Yeah. So you still dealing with fight or flight.
Right.
Do I run from it? I know for me, my way of dealing with the triggers, flight, see ya, bye. Avoidance, I'm out.
And I'm a confronter.
So you all your life, you had to fight, didn't fight, choosing to fight. I'm gonna fight.
Hey,
Whether
that's
I'm
what's
right or wrong, I'm
but
fighting.
I'm fighting. And they did call me a rebel. That was my name. Hey.
Just because you didn't experience something directly doesn't mean that trauma doesn't exist. Because there are
Or
studies,
physically.
sis, there are studies. Like they put the rat in the cage, and every time it would go get some water, it would shock it. Rat in the cage, shock it. Offspring of this dang on rat is afraid of water. He ain't never even seen the other rat, the parent rat, the grandparent rat, get shocked, but it passed down. So yeah. Now this is called epigenetics, the study of that. That this genetic material, your genetic is passed down.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
so because that's what it is, and it's familiar. And so when you say generational curses, or you say family sin patterns, or you say epigenetics, or you say those type of words, they're all saying the same things.
All saying the same.
Because when you're trained by someone who has experienced trauma, it still becomes your trauma. Yeah.
So it never stops until somebody makes a decision not to project themselves, to break it.
To break it. We dealing with chains here, like for real chains. And I have answered my call to break it.
I'm answering mine too.
You're talking about breaking chains, and you're talking about, like, if we want to keep it specific to what we're doing, the same type of congestion that our parents and this type of parent did is that we have. It's the same thing, and that congestion seeks to take us out. It doesn't want you to be free in any way.
Soul Care book was talking about that you really have to dig down in there. And sis, it is painful. Now, you have to admit a thing and then deal with a thing is two different things.
Admit a thing.
That's the last time.
Separate. Identifying and everything else to come out. It's only so. It is a power in awareness, but the work is in the action. The work is in what are we going to do about this? How are we going to respond when that same trigger comes up? Like, are we really going to execute it and really make our wirings become different? That's how you break a chain, and that's how you clear up the congestion. All right. I know that before, that would really set me off and get me in a mood, get my respiration up. I know that would do that. Now I'm going to be intentional about maintaining my peaceful respirations because I am in control of that. While all of these things are moving, flowing, it's parts of I'm in control of this breathing pattern. All of that's on me. That's the one thing that I can do is control my response to it, because as these trees out here says, trees, they remain blowing all over here, moving all over here, got rain on them over there, got a bird over here,
Hey, they remain.
Yes, and they look so beautiful in their remain.
All I can see is me running. That's it. All I can control. I can tell my legs to just keep moving. I know that my arms, the Peloton app, if you don't got Peloton app, get it. It's free till July. Anyway, hey, all I can see, sis, is her just saying you got to keep your arms at 45 degrees. These are the things that I can do, okay? I can keep my legs, they hurt so bad, so I really can't focus on them, but I do know that if I want to get to where I'm going, they have to keep moving. Your arms actually help propel you if you keep them at a 45 degree and you make them move a little harder. It does help your momentum get a little, faster. But when all of that fails, the only thing that I can control is my breathing. My breathing gets me through these runs.
Mhm.
My breathing. I'm listening to myself, and if I start getting too, I quickly tell myself that breathing, that type of breathing, is not going to help you. It's not going to help you finish. You're going to wear out quicker, and you're not going to make it. So
Mhm.
what you have to do right here is slow your breathing down. Breathe in through your nose 2 times, out through your mouth. Let try focusing on doing that, and then that becomes something that you're listening to. So like all external things then fade
Fade.
away.
Mm.
They don't affect you as much until you start nearing the end. And then it's like, okay, I'm almost there. Now I'm really hurt.
Yeah, because now
Okay,
you
I
got
tell
to
you,
focus.
because now you
That
gotta
end
focus.
is right there. The end is there, so I can
That
focus on the end. I'm no longer focusing on what's getting me to the end.
nope.
Mm.
Hey, now that's a whole word. Hey,
Implicit
trust, simplicity of trust,
plus
and the
sweetness of
sweetness of
sur-
surrender equals peace.
in the inmost place.
Place. Now it reminds me of the song, sis. That's all I was getting to. She sang it, and I was reminded of the song.
What
This,
song?
where they were saying that they just want to get back to that place where I trust you. Yeah. Yes. 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 Sis, that's what they said.
This is communion.
Communion, sis. Yes. This
That's the definition. Trust, surrender. That sounds like communion.
sounds like.
Well, you want to look up the word communion?
Mm-hmm. Sounds like we need to. That's,
This is communion.
mm-hmm.
Here in
I trust you, and it was so easy. Take me to that place when I could just,
the
yeah,
is all so
so simple.
simple
Yes,
to trust.
that's it, sis. It was easy to trust,
Oh, it was easy to love. No
easy to
space
love,
between us.
no space
It,
between us.
it was easy to trust. Oh man, that's
Sis, that's what he's saying. Now ain't that sweet, and isn't that some peace? Okay.
mm.
Mm, mm,
That is the goal of
mm.
Dear Airway is communion.
It's
You have
communion.
peace in the inmost place because of the work that you've
Mm,
done. And you really know that you're not doing anything, that you're being done. We do know that. We do know that you're not being productive trying to get something done, but God is really producing in you. We got all of that. But your job is to trust and surrender so that
mm.
you can have peace in the inmost places.
In most places.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, what a sweet peace. And oh, what a wonderful change. And oh, what a burn me beautiful. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Sis.
I'll have you know that these last couple of weeks have done wonders for my airway. In this moment,
Wonders.
I could normally I would feel real tight and bothered, but now I'm able to articulate what I'm feeling. I feel like you just laid down at 1:55 and it's only 3:13. So now our nap times are shrinking. My window of
Shrinker, yeah.
my
The
window of
window
time to clear my airway is narrowing.
narrowing.
That's fine. Because
And then I just remembered, locked the door not too long ago. So she's upset because she can't get in.
she can't get in.
Okay, so communion, the sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts and feelings, especially when the exchange is on a mental or spiritual level. Sis, really? I'm just, are they serious?
One more time.
Sharing or exchanging of intimate thoughts and feelings, especially when the exchange is on a mental or spiritual level. That is what we're doing.
That's what we're doing. Communion.
On
So
a
in communion in the churches, that's typically when your you have like some juice and crackers to represent his body and his blood. So you're eating his body and blood, drinking his blood, representation of
bread and wine.
the bread and wine. So I'm saying that to flow into how I'm responsible for doing what causes me to overflow, what causes me to be able to give from that part of my cup that's running over, not the stuff that's within, because that's for me, right? So in Psalms 23, verse 5, he becomes my delicious feast. You anoint me with the fragrance of your Holy Spirit. You give me all I can drink of you until my heart overflows. Therefore, my flow, my heart overflowing comes because of me having communion with him. He becomes my delicious feast. Of course, in the presence of your enemies and all of that stuff, but he is what I'm eating on and drinking so that my heart overflows. You know, when you deal with overflow, you're dealing with rivers of living water. And then, because when you read that in John 7:38, he'd be like, if any man thirsts, come unto me and drink. Like, he's already saying what you're going to have to do in order to maintain an overflow. You're going to have to eat and drink on me. Be all up in my presence, stay up in my face, look at me, stay focused on that, because that's where the INMOST peace comes from. And I could say it just as calm as that, because right now I am having to eat and drink on that. Not on religion, not on nothing like that, but on the very character of what I believe in. It's not the rigidity anymore. Not, you got to believe it this way, you got to do it this way. No, it's on the building blocks that is exemplified in his character. What was his love like? What
the things that made him who he was, the things that took him to the cross,
the things
that let him lay down his life
and kept him on the cross.
Okay.
Did you see how painful and how, just, yeah. So what can I do in my life so that I'm resolved like that? I have a conviction like that. Yes, it's what's in the cup is for me. That is the oxygen
in the cup is for me.
I give from the overflow.
But if you think about it, when we're pouring something, we pour something out of the abundance into something to give us some of. So if I'm looking at a gallon of milk, that's the overflow. Now I can't, if all 4 or 5 of my kids want some milk, now I know that I'm required to give them some milk. But I'm not going to take the cup I just poured me some milk in and pour them all some too out of my cup that I just poured me some in. No, we all have to go back to the gallon. We have to go back to the overflow where the abundance is. Let us all go back. Hey, all right. Let us all just go back, okay? And pull on that overflow.
Please.
Remain in the overflow.
It's my cup.
Hey.
It's my cup.
And I'm no longer going to feel no way about me not sharing my cup.
Because that's for me.
But guess
I need to be selfish with something.
Yes. In this, when it's concerning your soul, you better be.
But you know what I do see with the milk jug and the cups?
What you see?
I believe when you're in such great communion with that gallon, it continues to pour in you so that it can just spill over into somebody else's cup. Like there's a
can spill over. Well, this is the thing.
Connection though, because of your communion.
Because my communion. Now, guess what? I am the one that's connected to the milk. Now, and guess what? My reach may be far beyond your reach. And it is, as it pertains to our children. It is actually my responsibility as the one holding the gallon. Come on in here now, sis. And make sure y'all get some milk. But it's just not going to come
from my cup.
It's going to come from the overflow.
Got that right.
Because I'm going to stay filled up and overflowing. So that when you do come to me, I'm still pulling off this gallon. It's still not coming out of my cup. Because I have a unlimited supply over here. Why would I just want to give you this one cup when I can pull from a unlimited supply?
And you know what? That's got to do with your attention on your pool. Like, you got to know that it's right there. Because sometimes I tell you what, even though I have knowledge of to that gallon, I proceed to pour out of my cup. Then I'm rigid. Then I'm irritated.
Then we see that bear, and we proceed to decide in this moment: am I getting ready to fight or flight? Me? Oh, y'all fit. What I tell y'all the other day? Where that brush at?
Be a fight or flight, but remain.
Shouldn't be either, sis. It just should be a remain. It's just all I have to do is say no or yes. Go to your room. I'm not doing it right now. Or maybe I'll just go to the door and pick y'all up and trust. But that trust and that sweet, what is it?
The simplicity of trust and the sweetness of surrender. Yeah.
And go on and give me that peace. Because these babies done came on in there, sis, and they ain't done nothing that we thought. They are chilling.
They want their mommy. They want my milk.
And guess what? It's working because you're coming from the overflow in this moment. Oh, it's such a peace.
Such a peace. A sweet
one. Ooh, child. Okay, sis.
I don't have to prove things.
We ain't got to prove, sis. We ain't got to prove things. I do not.
This is where we're meant to be. Me and you and me.
Yes, indeed.
I don't have to prove a thing. You've already approved of me.